I'm sure there's 1.5 million people writing articles and making videos of how stupid this is, blah 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 blah. Well, that would be the easy route, so I'm not gonna go there. I'm talking about ZooKeeper.
I gotta get out of the zoo.
The animals of the Franklin Park Zoo will have to do the unthinkable.
Griffin, we need to talk.
Oh, crap.
And I have to agree with Roger Ebert that, by all means, this is not a good movie, but it's entertaining. What I don't understand is that this has nothing to do with the original arcade game that it's based on. ZooKeeper was about a zookeeper who was trying to capture the animals that escaped their cages and rebuild their enclosures without getting mauled to death or trampled. It had nothing to do with talking animals or a by-the-numbers, be-yourself kind of story. It had none of that going on. So who thought it was a good idea to adapt a movie from a 1980s video game? Next thing you know, they're going to adapt Space Invaders or Missile Command or something.
Ringtone, pick up the phone.
Hold on, I got a call.
Ringtone, pick up your phone.
Yeah? Really? Oh, okay. Well, ZooKeeper has nothing to do with the arcade game, but they are, however, talking about making a Space Invaders and Missile Command movie. What?
Really?
This movie is a heartwarming tale about a half-retarded man who overcomes his mental shortcomings and becomes one of the best zookeepers around. And he has an impossibly hot girlfriend to boot. I mean, look at this. Look at what's up with these movies. Look at these love interests. These girls are like legend to us. You just hear stories like that a girl could fall for something like this or something like this. I mean, in real life, the only girl that would ever fall for a guy like this would be Kathy Bates. And
God's sake.
It's for the best.
Eddie, please!
God, I love you.
she's not too pleasant. So even though this guy is a zookeeper, he is able to come up with the funds to have a horse ride, a wedding ring, a mariachi band, and fireworks as part of a marriage proposal. And this girl being a shallow bitch and would never come within 10 feet of this guy without getting paid, denies him, of course.
Really?
I know it shouldn't bother me that you're a zookeeper, but it kind of does.
So fast forward 5 years later, and he gets this job offer to work for a dealership with his brother, which he'll probably need considering how much debt he probably acquired from that marriage proposal 5 years ago still. I bet he's just got all these bills up and he's just looking at them all and he's just freaking out and he's just like, somebody help me! You know, it's probably just pushing him further and further towards suicide by the minute. During this wedding party, his ex-girlfriend arrives there again, and once again, he's infatuated by her. And of course it's obvious that he shouldn't even bother with her considering, oh, I don't know, she's as shallow can be. I mean, she left you for working at the zoo, for God's sakes. But then again, if someone that looks like her was interested in someone that looks like him, I'm guessing it probably makes his brain not work so well. I can totally relate to that. Not really.
Oh my God!
No, it's fine, I got it. Oh, God, it's barbed. Oh.
Porcupines do not shoot their quills. Come on! I mean, you're just trolling biologists by now, aren't you? Instantly, right when we get to the portion of the movie where we get to see his job, we see one of his co-workers, and instantly, you know it's her. It's her. You gotta be going with her. But of course, he doesn't realize this. He doesn't realize that she likes him and he likes her. He doesn't know this, of course. Even though it's like, it was so obvious. And of course, she's impossibly hot, just like his other girlfriend. No one looks normal in these movies when it comes to women. They either look impossibly beautiful or they look like hags. It's just, whatever. So anyways, the animals catch wind that he might be leaving the zoo for the dealership job, so they all freak out and they break their code and start talking to him in order to try and help him win his girlfriend back.
You're the best zookeeper we ever had. We don't want you to leave. You listen to us. We'll show you how to get the girl.
You think I should just maybe ask her out?
All right, now slow it down, Hotshot.
See, let's talk more characters. Oh, the reptile specialist, Venom. He is the most interesting human character in the entire movie. He's actually the only one that could even get a laugh out of me and the audience. There should have been more of him. He was only in there for like 2 or 3 scenes, and that's it. I mean, at least give him a subplot or something. I mean, at this wedding party, he hugs the bride-to-be, and he...
This is Venom. He is our reptile guy. Oh, you gotta bring it in with him.
Now to the fiance.
He's like...
Okay, Venom. Reel it in.
Okay, that feels good.
Hey, whoa. Hey, come on. You're not married yet. Congrats on your big day. I don't know where your kids are going for your honeymoon, but Omaha, stupid with underground fight clubs.
This guy was awesome. I wanted more of him. At last, he's only in a few scenes. Some critics said this movie had humor not suitable for minors, but I think they're just full of shit. I mean, you can bring any kid of any age to this movie. As long as they're above the age of 5, because at that point they at least know what shut the hell up means. After a number of not so memorable moments involving the talking animals for no reason, we get the whole montage of taking advice from how to win your girlfriend back. And at one point it just cuts to a wolf and the first words out of his mouth is pee-pee. And I'm not kidding. And he just starts talking about pee-pee. You know, pee in to claim your territory. He's like, yeah, chicks dig the pee-pee. And I felt like I was 5 again, like, pee-pee. I mean, the wolf's saying pee-pee. And everyone, all the kids in the audience are laughing, but all the adults are just like squirming in their chairs, like uncomfortable, like, oh god, I hope my kid doesn't decide to do this. It shouldn't be funny. I don't know why it's funny. I mean, it's the talking wolf saying pee-pee, for fuck's sakes. The bears in this are obviously a gay couple. I mean, they fight like they're married. This movie should have got some balls and just blatantly say that they are boyfriend and boyfriend. Considering how stupid and ignorant people are on this subject matter, if they did that, that would have made this movie an automatic 9 out of 10 just by default. There's a night when James, our main character, takes out the gorilla Bernie to TGI Fridays. Yeah, ignoring the advertisement, no. It's just funny because he just has a shirt on and he's just saying, oh, we'll just say we came from a costume party. Well, yeah, that would work until the waitress looks down and sees that he has a pair. Logic is fun sometimes. But no, I'm disregarding that here. What is funny is that they both get drunk at TGI Fridays at the bar and start partying it up and finding hot chicks to dance with, which isn't that hard in this movie because they're just everywhere. They even find like a whole class of cheerleaders to party with. There is a dance scene where the gorilla is dancing with this chick and they're getting all romantic and everything. Like, he's giving James a thumbs up and everything, and the girl's like, oh, I'm so glad I met you, and you're such a charmer, and my evil mind's at work, and I'm just thinking, how far can this go? How far can this go, indeed? And, you know, that would have been hilarious. I mean, a girl falling in love with a gorilla thinking that it's a guy in a costume. They should have made that a subplot, but, you know, whatever. It's a movie for babies, I forgot. Chicks dig the pee-pee. None of the characters I want to see, like Venom or the abusive ZooKeeper, I'll get to him in a minute. None of those characters play a big role in this movie. They did, instead all we get is generic up the ass. You know, the boyfriend who's in competition with James, and obviously the girl he's pursuing is not the girl that he wants. He should be going after this girl all this time, and you know, it's obvious. It's by the numbers, like they say. There's 2 scenes in this movie that if there was just more of that, it would have probably made this movie a lot better. There is this zookeeper who's an abusive zookeeper. He likes to poke the gorilla with a stick that has a nail on the end of it. And I don't know about you, but he doesn't know. He's not poking him through the cage. No, he goes into the enclosure with the gorilla to do this. And you know, if you're in an enclosure with a gorilla that's over 9,000 pounds, I don't care if you have a stick with a nail on it, you're going to get your arms ripped off, for sure, okay? You're not going to win. And Kevin James finds out about this early on in the movie, and instead of, you know, bringing it up to the officials and getting him fired on the spot, he just sort of like, oh, that's bad. And he never plays in a significant role in this movie at all. When Kevin goes through this stage of the movie where he betrays his friends and everything, he goes to this guy and he's like, "Don't do that again or I'll beat you in front of your mother." And he's just like, okay. So right off the bat when he leaves, of course the abusive zookeeper does this again. And, you know, that could have been a good subplot. Have the gorilla fuck him up or kill him. And then the zoo officials decide to put him down afterwards. And then Kevin James has to try to convince them otherwise and save him. That would have been pretty good. But no, he plays no significant role at all other than to be a one-note bad guy that has no real impact on the movie. But back to the story, Kevin James finally goes through the phase where he realizes what he wanted all along was right in front of him, and he finds the gorilla, and of course right away he realizes that he was abused with a little scratch on his face, just a little scratch. So right on the way to try to get his girlfriend before she leaves a plane to go to Africa for a new job. Yeah, that's about it. And he goes to this guy's house, and he lives with his mother. And he busts in his room, kicks the guy in the chest so hard, he flies back and embeds himself in the wall. I'm like, God damn, Kevin James, don't fuck around. He should have had more of that. And the other scene was near the end of the movie when he reaches his girlfriend. Like, he rides on the gorilla's back and they climb out a bridge above the car, and he drops Kevin James down on the ground in front of the car. And he meets up with his girlfriend, and he's making out with her and stuff. And then I'm like, okay, well, yeah, it's probably going to cut. But then all of a sudden, BAM! The gorilla falls from the bridge and lands on the taxi, right on the hood, and destroys the car pretty much. And that really surprised me. I mean, I'm sitting there, and that almost made me jump. That was actually pretty good. We should have had more stuff like that. Just over-the-top, cartoony, slapstick kind of stuff like that. That would have been a hell of a lot better. So overall, I was satisfied. I mean, it's shit, but it's shit I could at least giggle at and poke fun at, and especially if you have friends with you. It's better than Dylan Dog, it's better than Green Lantern. I'd say it's on par with Transformers 3 at least. I would like to see a more raunchier version of this kind of movie. They keep making these talking animal movies for kids. Let's have something like Joel's Apartment. I mean, just something a little more mature and adult. I mean, come on, try something new. I mean, that would have at least been different. But, yeah, that's about it for that. Till next time.